Welcome to my online history classes. Today's topic is relationship between Guru Hargobind Ji and Shah Jahan, and the time period that we will be taking is 1628 to 1635 AD. Now, after the death of Jahangir on November 7th, 1627, his son Shah Jahan ascended the throne in 1628. Now, there's an interesting fact to be told here. Now, at the time of the death of Jahangir, both Noor Jahan and her brother Asif Khan were present here. Now, Noor Jahan wanted her own son in law Shahryar to be the next ruler, whereas Asif Khan wanted Shah Jahan to be the next ruler. Now, Asif Khan had seen how the events will be unfolding. So he sent his most trusted runner Banarsi to Shah Jahan, calling him immediately to the north. Meanwhile, Asif Khan defeated Shahriyan and Shah Jahan ascended the throne on February 24th, 1628. Another important fact is that though Shah Jahan was born to a Hindu mother, he was an Orthodox Muslim. Now, when we talk about the battles between the two, now we need to understand that what could be the possible reasons that their relations became strained. Now, there were four possible reasons. One, Shah Jahan's fanaticism. Number two, the opposition of the Naqshbandi sect. Three, the new policy of Guru Hargobind Ji. And four, the Kolas affair. Now, Shah Jahan's fanaticism is like he was an Orthodox Muslim ruler. He demolished many Hindu temples. He banned the construction of the new temples. He even got the Guru Arjan Dev Ji's Baoli at Lahore filled with debris. The other is the opposition of the Naqshbandi sect. As we discussed in the class also, Naqshbandi sect was the sect of the Orthodox Muslims, which was started by Ahmad Sarhandi with the headquarters at Sarhand. Now, their influence on Shah Jahan was to that extent that they kept on poisoning him against Guru Hargobind Ji. The new policy of Guru Hargobind we have discussed in detail in my previous video, because his policy was was made in such a way that for an emperor like Shah Jahan, an Orthodox Muslim, for him it was difficult to understand that his policy only had religious motives and it had no political motives whatsoever. The last one we will be talking about is the Kolas affair. Now, this has also been mentioned in your history book. Now, who was Kola? She was the daughter of Qazi Rustam Khan of Lahore. Now, Kola was a religious minded lady. She was greatly impressed by the teachings of Guru Arjan Dev Ji and read them with fondness. But his own father, Qazi Rustam Khan, could not tolerate that how come her daughter, being a Muslim, had so much of attraction for Sikhism. So he imposed a lot of restrictions on her daughter. She was forbidden to leave her home. And Kola was so fed up with her father's attitude that she left her home and took refuge with Guru Hargobind. Now, when Qazi came to know about this, he flew into rage and decided to teach Guru Hargobind a lesson. He started poisoning Shah Jahan's ear against Guru Hargobind, and this had an disastrous impact between the relations between the two. Now, this picture just symbolizes what the battlefield scene would look like, the battle between Guru Hargobind and Shah Jahan. Now, the battles fought between Guru Hargobind and Shah Jahan. See, I have talked about six battles here. One, a scuffle near Jailo in 1628. Number two, the Battle of Sangrama, 1628. Again in 1634, we have two battles, the Battle of Amritsar and the Battle of Lahira Gurusar. In 1635, we again have two battles, the Battle of Kartarpur and the Battle of Phagwara. Now, most of the books only mention four important battles. That is the Battle of Amritsar, the Battle of Lahira, the Battle of Kartarpur, and the Battle of Phagwara. Because the scuffle near Jailo and the Battle of Sangrama are treated like skirmishes. But since we are doing the topic in detail, I will also be taking into account these skirmishes as well. Now, one is the scuffle at Jailo. Now, Jailo was actually an area lying between Lahore and Amritsar, and this is the term which has been given to the jungles there. Now, Jadu Nath Sarkar, in his book The Short History of Aurangzeb, he talks about this scuffle, although I do not find mention of this scuffle in the book written by Khushwant Singh. This the particular scuffle has also been mentioned by Hari Ram Gupta in his book The History of Sikh. But the, and whatever I gathered from there was that the two parties quarreled over a bird, and but in this scuffle, it might be a small skirmish. Guru was victorious, and the imperialist powers, the Mughals, were defeated. The other battle is the Battle of Sagrama in 1628. Now, here Shah Jahan was very angry and he retaliated that how he lost in the previous one, which is the scuffle at Jello. So this Battle of Sangrama was his retaliation by demolishing the building of the Sikh Langar, and he filled the Baoli at Chuna Mandi, Lahore with the debris. And he also, because he had to go back to Delhi, so he instructed the newly appointed governor of Punjab, Hakim Ali Uddin, known by title Wazir Khan, to chase Guru. Now, this is the battle which has been mentioned frequently in most of the history books, and they even call it as the first major battle between Guru Hargobind and Shah Jahan. Again, the cause of the battle was a special hawk of Shah Jahan, which was gifted by the king of Iran. So, while hunting, this hawk flew, and the Sikh managed to catch it. On seeing the hawk with the Sikh, the Mughal demanded it back. The refusal by the Sikh resulted in the clash. Now, when Shah Jahan heard about this, he deputed his most important commander, the Mukhlis Khan, because he wanted him to teach a lesson to this Lahore. The Sikh soldiers also resisted the Mughal army quite bravely. Now, Khushwant Singh, an eminent historian, says that Mukhlis Khan followed Guru and reached his home. Now, at this time, Guru was busy in preparing for the marriage of his only daughter, Bibi Viro, and they say this Mukhlis Khan, when he could not find the Guru, he plundered his property, and because it was a wedding, the wedding was supposed to happen here, so there were lots of sweets which had been prepared in this house. The army confiscated all the sweets prepared for the wedding, and this has also been written in Dabistan-e Mazahib, a book written by Mohsen Fani. Now, when Guru heard about this whole event, uh, Guru himself attacked Mukhlis Khan and killed him. Again, in this major battle, Guru was victorious, and the Mughal army was completely routed and defeated. Now, there's this Gurdwara Sangram Sahib. This Gurdwara lies on the Taran Taran Road in Amritsar district, and this Gurdwara actually is the place where Guru Hargobind won his first battle. Now, just to recap the battles that we have done, we did the scuffle at the Jailo, then the Battle of Sagrama was the retaliation of uh, Shah Jahan, and then the first major battle that we are talking about is the Battle of Amritsar. While I was researching on these battles, I just found a very important thing about these battles. Encyclopedia Britannica says, to the Sikh ideals of his predecessor, Guru Har Gobind added another, the right and duty of the Sikh to defend their faith by the sword if necessary. That means these wars were more defensive, not oppressive. The other battle that we will be talking about are the two battles, the Lahira and Gurusar. As I mentioned to you in the beginning of the lecture, that most of the history books only talk about Lahira, but we will also be talking about another battle which just happened simultaneously, that is the Battle of Gurusar. But first, your Lahira. Now, from the Battle of Amritsar till about Lehra, uh, 2 years from the Battle of Amritsar, yet another clash with the imperial troops at Lahira. Now, here the causes of the war were two horses, Dilbag and Gulbag. Now, two Masand, name as your Bakhatmal and Tarachand, they were bringing these horses from Kabul, which were taken away by the Mughals. So here, a devoted Sikh, Bidhi Chand, he was sent to recover the horses. He disguised himself as a groom, later as a tracker. Some history books also say that he disguised himself as a grass cutter, but he successfully got the horses back, and this became the reason for the fight. The other battle that we will be talking is the Gurusar. I'm sure you've understood the battle of your Lahira, which was the reason for for this battle was the two horses Dilbag and Gulbag. Now the other battle that we are talking is the Gurusar. Now here Guru was sure that the battle will not just end at Lahira, so he recruited a Pathan, Panda Khan, in his army, and he knew that a strong contingent of the army will be pursuing him. And this is what happened. Now, the Mughal commanders, Kamar Beg and Lal Beg, they led the Mughal army. The Guru kept on receding from the Mughal army and finally reached a place called as Lehra Gaga, about 100 kilometers from Bathinda, on 16th December 1634. Another battle was fought here. Again, Guru was victorious, and at the place of the battle, Guru built a tank which is now known as Gurusar. It is situated near Nathana, a village about 5 kilometers from Bathinda. Then comes your Battle of Kartarpur, which was fought in 1635. Now, after the Battle of Lahira and then your Battle of Gurusar, from Bathinda, he now returned to Kartarpur, and this is the same city that we read was founded by Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Now, a very interesting fact here is this time the war was not, in for any other reason, but this time there was an important thing. See, this war is also important for two things. One, if you remember, this Penda Khan was the one who helped Guru in the Battle of Gurusar. We read about that. Now, in the Battle of Kartarpur, he actually deserted Guru and he sought the services with the governor of Lahore. Now, MacGruer in the History of Sikh writes that Guru at this time had only 500 soldiers. So it was very difficult for Guru to fight this battle. Now, this battle, the Battle of Kartarpur in 1635, is again important for yet another thing. Now, in my first video, I talked about Tyagmal, and I said that Tyagmal is the name of the ninth Guru, which is your Guru Tegh Bahadur. Now, the important thing to note here, it is in this battle that the youngest son of Guru Tyagmal, he displayed remarkable skill and won the title of Guru Tegh, not the Guru, Tegh Bahadur from his father. And even in this battle, the Guru was victorious. The last battle that we will be talking about is the Battle of Phagwara, 29th April 1635. Now, Guru had suffered heavy losses in men and material, but he still expected another attack from the enemy, thus retired from Kartarpur to reach Kiratpur via Phagwara. At Phagwara, another pitched battle was fought. Now again, some of the history books, they do not talk about this battle, or if they talk about it, it is more like a skirmish. But there are certain historians who actually portray it as a battle, not just a mere skirmish. It was a drawn battle. The Guru rushed towards Rajput ferry to cross river Satluj, but by this time the Mughal soldiers gave up the pursuit. They did not follow Guru. Now the historians also believe that maybe he was in the area Kiratpur, the area which was actually under the Raja Tara Chand of Kehlur or Bilaspur, and as we discussed in the previous video that he had thrown off the elegance to the Emperor Shah Jahan. Now Mohsen Fani, he concludes by saying many strong forces had been sent against Guru, but by God's grace he escaped unhurt. Now, if we assess these battles, now what do we assess? One, the Guru's battles were not of aggressive nature; they were only for his they were only of defensive nature. Number two, with his slender resources, limited resources, he could not maintain a constant struggle against the government. Number three, he did not want to carve out a state for himself, but on the other hand, he did not, he refused to accept the Mughal authority. This is now very interesting thing. One, he did not wanted a state for himself, but on the other hand, he also refused to accept the authority of the Mughals. Number four, his only objective was to express his resentment, his anger against the wrong religious policy of the rulers, and in achieving this, he was successful because ultimately what happened was Dara Shekho, the eldest son of Shah Jahan, who was the believer in holy men, both Hindus and Muslim, instructed that no more notice will be taken of Guru. Guru is a saintly person. He should be allowed to live in peace, and the Mughal army will not follow Guru. Macluff, an eminent historian, also says that Emperor Shah Jahan decided that it was no good to engage in further warfare with priests and fakirs, and it would be well to forget the past. Now, this is all about the relationship between Guru Hargobind Ji and Shah Jahan, and this is also a part of this also forms the part of the question which the university asks quite regularly. Now, if you look into my the previous video, I had talked about the two important questions the university has been asking on the Guru Hargobind's topic. One, they've asked about write a detailed note on the new policy of Guru Hargobind Ji. That my video has catered to. Number two, critically estimate the new policy of Guru Hargobind Ji. We have done that. The third question that is frequently asked is the write a detailed note on the battles fought between Guru Hargobind Ji and Shah Jahan. And I'm sure in this video I have also answered your query. For any kind of suggestion, you are most welcome. Please do write in your comments if you liked the video or what else changes do you want to see. And if you have any queries, please do write in the comment. As one of my student Shreya Joshi, she messaged me on my phone that, ma'am, is it important to write the introduction of the gurus in while we are writing the contribution of the gurus? See, now there are two aspects. As I told you in the class also that there was a time when university in his exam format we had the 2 markers, we had the 4 markers, and we had the 6 markers. So at that time we felt that the brief history about Guru, his birth, parentage, his marriage is important. Right now, I won't say that there'll be a long question on this, but if you write little bit of this information in the introduction, it will actually make an impact in your answer. And the second tip I would like to give you is that there are few students who have trouble in learning the dates of their birth. I would say that if you cannot learn the exact date of the birth, then you can just write it in terms of your century. For example, if I say that suppose if we say that Guru was born in 1627, so you can say that he was born in the 17th century, or he was born in the 1528, so you can say that he was born in the 16th century. But in case you can learn the dates, nothing like it. So all the best. This topic is also been done. Any suggestions, most welcome. Happy learning once again, and thank you very much.